Morning diesel heads, another video for you, a bit different today. How to brew your own beer. If you're fed up of paying 10 quid for 2 drinks and a packet of crisps in the pub, this is what you need to do. This is my technique using very simple gear, and I'll take you through first of all the kit and the ingredients, and then we'll look at how to do it. So, first of all, you need a good book. This one is highly recommended. Then you need, come out a bit, woo, a boiler. This is the expensive piece of kit from Homebrew Shop, or indeed on the web. You can mash in this. This is using grain. We're making an all grain beer here, no extracts, no goo, the real thing. You need a boiler. Okay, that heats your water obviously. After that, you need a food grade, must be food grade mind, plastic bucket drilled full of holes around the side and in the base, lots of holes. We mash, that is to say we make a porridge of the grain in the hot water. That goes in the boiler, suspended by 4 of those stainless steel hooks, available also kitchen shops and on the web. But the grain goes in that bucket inside what we call a mash bag. Food grade nylon, withstands heat, mesh. We'll show you how to do that a bit later on. Other things, a fermenting vessel. When you've boiled a beer and done all the things, you pitch the yeast and it needs to be inside a fermenting vessel. Again, obtainable, must be food grade with a lid, probably have its own lid. A loose one like that is more easy to use. When you've fermented the beer, come with me a bit, Clive, you need a second container, something like that, to siphon the beer into to settle, and you fine it with finings to get rid of the yeast, or at least suspend the yeast to the bottom, and then you siphon it into your bottles. You've got to collect them too. That's quite an interesting occupation. Okay, what else have we got? Ingredients. Here we have something that goes in the mash. I haven't used this before. Normally I use something corresponding to battery acid. Well, not really. It is an acid. It gets rid of all the carbonate which is in our local water, muck. You can't brew with it, you can't make tea, it's crap. You have to get rid of that. Hops. Don't forget the hops. Lots of brewers do. You need about 4 ounces or 100 grams in a 5-gallon brew. That's what we're making. Sorry. New money, 25 litres. The basis of any beer, whatever its colour, pale, dark, bitter, doesn't matter, is pale crushed malt. That is barley malt crushed. We need about 3 kilos of that. I like to add a couple of other little ingredients to give it a little body if you're making a bitter style beer. Crystal malt, which is the same as pale malt but cooked a little bit. You want about 50 grams of that. And wheat malt, which is wheat malted. Surprise, surprise. About 100 grams of that in a brew makes a very biscuity, nice flavour. Other bits of kit. Oh yes, don't forget the yeast. That's a good one. Thermometer that will take you up to at least 75 degrees centigrade and down to 20 or so, 15. That's a jam making thermometer, that works. Bottles, yes, don't forget them. I bottle my beer, I don't keg it. Obviously crown stoppers, screw top wine bottles work, even plastic bottles with a decent seal works, because we're not putting too much pressure in these bottles, they won't burst. And finally the odd jug measuring cylinder for measuring out small quantities of something or other. Okay, that's basically the equipment you need, and I will move on to how to do it in different stages, mashing sparging, that's washing the sugars out of the mash, boiling, pitching the yeast, fermenting, bottling, and possibly drinking. That would be good. A long video on drinking. Okay, see you later.